Well, good day, folks, and welcome to this rainy September day here in Dixon, Tennessee. And I'm going to show you the location, the funeral home that Coy Luther Perry III, also known as Luke Perry, where his body was released to after he had passed away in Los Angeles, California. And this funeral home is here in Dixon, Tennessee, and its name is Taylor Funeral Home. And like I mentioned, that's where his body was released to. That's where the arrangements, all that stuff was taken care of, was through this funeral home. That is the funeral home that is listed on his death certificate. Whether his body was buried in an eco-friendly mushroom suit or it was cremated, I don't know. That's the million-dollar question. It doesn't say on the death certificate, and the family's not saying one way or the other whether it was cremated or buried. And that is the funeral home right there. Taylor Funeral Home. Since 1909, it says on the awning there. And I don't know if this funeral home does cremation services. It might, and it might not. I don't know. There are two other funeral homes around here. I do know that one of them does cremation services. It's actually just a few blocks away from here. So I don't know. I don't know what happened to his body. But we're going to go now to his home location and where his final resting place is in Vanleer, Tennessee. So hang on. Here we go. And here we are over in Vanleer. And this is the driveway to Luke Perry's farm. Road it's on, it's kind of a busy road. It's not bad busy, but it's not a dead road either. But Luke Perry bought this farm back in 1994. 380 acres. And he just pretty much fell in love with this area. He bought this place as pretty much a getaway from all the hustle and bustle of Los Angeles. Now, he did still live in LA as well. This was pretty much a part-time. It was back and forth from here in LA. Obviously, when he was shooting, 90210 and Riverside and other movies and shows that he was in. Obviously, he lived in LA while doing that. But when he wasn't filming, he was over here in Tennessee on his farm. And he did raise some cattle for a little while. As of right now, I don't see any cattle on the farm, in the fields, or anything. And the farm, it still does belong to the family. It's still in the family. He did have some daughters, so I'm sure they probably took ownership of it. But on the map, the house is on back there. Follow this drive on back, and that is where his house was. Now, his final resting place, depending on what article you read, some say he was cremated and his ashes were scattered on the farm. Some say that he was buried in an eco-friendly mushroom suit. And then some say that the family doesn't want to reveal where or how, he's buried or whatnot. So I don't know. I'm going to say he is buried or resting here at this location. Whether he was buried or cremated and his ashes scattered, I don't know. But as we did see, his body was released to Taylor Funeral Home in Dixon, according to his death certificate. And we know that he did die in LA at his home out there. But yeah, this is, guess you could call it his hideaway here in Tennessee. And he pretty much loved this place. From all accounts that I've read, he absolutely loved Vanleer. He's Dixon County's adopted son, I guess you could say. They took him in with open arms. And from articles I've read about people that kind of knew him around here or ran into him, they said he was just a very humble, down-to-earth guy, very nice. He didn't let his celebrity status go to his head or anything like that. He would talk to people. If people recognized him out in public, he would talk to them, take pictures. But this being a small town in the South, we don't really bother celebrities when they're around about living. We just kind of let them go about and do their own thing, and we go about and do our own thing. But yeah, this is the location of his home here in Tennessee, past those gates. And I do believe this is the location of his final resting place, whether he was cremated and his ashes scattered, or he was buried in an eco-friendly mushroom suit. Like I mentioned earlier, it is 380 acres. I'm going to drive around, kind of show you a little bit more of the property from what I can show you anyways. And we'll see what else is on the property, if anything. It might be just fields and woods, I'm not sure. But there is a road that goes down beside the property. And I'll ride down it and see what I can see. So I believe this is the back side of his property. And if you look on the map, I'm going to show you right here. Now, this is Adams Road that I'm on. And so from Adams Road, I believe, over to the red dot in that driveway is all his property. It is kind of hard to see through all the trees and everything, but it does look like it has been bush hog. It is being kept up. And this is a gravel road that I'm on. This Adams Road. It's a dead end road. There's more of the property. This is more over to the side, up closer to Sylvia Road. All right. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Do all those free things. Really do appreciate you watching the videos. It really does help out a lot. And from this rainy September day, I'll see you real soon. Thank you, and good night.